Hey guys, Airgun Angie with Gateway to Airguns, and this is the Airforce Talon. Remember, I told you guys that this one might force you to take a look. Well, let's check it out a little more and see if it does. Really quick, I want to say thank you to Gateway to Airguns for making this video possible. Go check them out, guys. www.gatewaytoairguns.org. www.gatewaytoairguns.org. Well, I said a little more, but actually a lot. I spent a good bit of time with this one. Before we start talking about pellets, which ones are accurate, how fast, and all that kind of stuff, let's just go over the gun. And so, like I said, guys, maybe I didn't say, this is my first experience. I did shoot an Airforce Texan out in Texas once. I didn't spend a whole lot of time with it. I shot it once. So I don't necessarily call that a real experience where you actually get to know the gun. This one is an experience. I got to know the gun. I got to spend some time with it. Now, it is a .22 caliber, and it has a 490cc bottle, which is changeable. You can unscrew it and replace it with a full bottle. You can just switch the bottles out and you're good to go. And you'll be surprised at how many shots this thing gets. You may be surprised. Maybe you already know because maybe you already have one, or you've shot one, or you've read about it. So it has the standard fill port, which is super sweet. I really would like most gun companies or all gun companies to go this route, because it is so nice to not have to keep up with so many different fill port. I mean, adapters, that's what I'm looking for, fill adapters. Okay, so like I said, standard, so super easy, nothing complicated, and the gauge is right here, easy to read. This tank fills to 3,000 psi. You get a lot of shots. We're going to go over that in a little bit. It's super exciting how many shots you get. It's externally adjustable, so here you go. You've got different power settings. This barrel is an 18-inch barrel, but you can change them out. There's a 12 and 24-inch barrel that you can change it out for. This one I like kind of in the middle. A longer one's going to give you a little bit more velocity and probably better accuracy. Now, this is not the original stock that comes on the Airforce Talons. This is actually an aftermarket. It is the Airforce Raptor stock. Now, what's cool about this, it has the rubber butt pad. It has a little stopper. I don't know what you call that thing. Please forgive me. It has swivel studs to mount a sling. So it's a thumb hole, which is super comfortable, gives you a really good grip. The things that I found really unusual about this gun that I'd never seen before on another air gun was the bolt. It's a forward bolt, the trigger, and the safety there. They're very odd, very oddly shaped and kind of large, but it's actually not bad at all. When I first looked at it, I was like, well, that's really weird. But you get used to it really quick. Okay, so that's pretty much the kind of outside. Oh, let me not forget, this is ridiculous, right? So it has an 11mm dovetail rail, but it doesn't only have it up here where it would normally be so you can mount a scope. It's all the way down the barrel. The scope that I have on here is my all-time favorite scope from Hawke, the best one that I have ever had the opportunity to look through. This is the Hawke Sidewinder. It's 4-16 by 50. It is absolutely a beautiful picture. It's got the 30mm tube. Okay, so I could go on a while about this scope because like I said, it's my absolute favorite. Let's get back to the gun, because that's what this is really about. Just stock without the aftermarket stock on it. This is 32.75 inches long. Now this stock does add a little bit to it. Mostly it's the rubber butt plate. It's 33¼ inches long with the aftermarket stock, 32.75 without it. So not really that much of a difference. Now, As far as weight, without the scope, just the Talon SS stock, it's 5.25 pounds. Now with everything on it, I got 8.32 pounds. It's light. I think the stock by itself, I think it was about 2 pounds. And I didn't find it to be extremely heavy because it's really well balanced. It was easy for, just to carry around for offhand shooting. It was really nice. I didn't find any problems with the weight. Very, very, very well balanced gun. Okay, so as far as operation, guys, you're going to need to fill it, of course. You're going to fill it to, the max fill is 3,000 PSI, but I found that it shot a whole lot better, 2,700 PSI, more consistency in power and accuracy. So the first few shots are going to be a little wonky if you fill it up to 3,000. So sweet spot about no more than 2,700 PSI. It is an automatic safety, and this is the safety right here. Safety automatically engages. And all you do to disengage it is push this forward. But the cocking mechanism, it's a forward bolt. Push it forward all the way until it locks in place, and then you'll load the pellet in, and then when you're done, you're gonna pull this back and push it from either to the left side or to the right, and then it's ready to shoot. You disengage the safety, and then you're going to pull the two-stage trigger. The first stage on the trigger is a little long. The manufacturer claims that it has a 3-pound trigger pull. I didn't find that at all. I got 1 pound 11 ounces, and I think 1 pound 13. And the trigger is pretty unusual, but I didn't have any problems with it. It wasn't something that bothered me. It didn't get in the way. It didn't hinder me shooting at all. It's just different from what I'm used to. The power settings are externally adjustable by turning this wheel, and you have the power settings from 0 to 12. And if you want more shots, you're going to, of course, set it at a lower setting. And for more power, set it at a higher setting. But which one is more efficient? What I find with most guns is that you don't want to jack them all the way up. You're just wasting air. You're not getting any more power. You're just wasting air. So dial it back a couple notches, and you're good to go. So just for plinking in the backyard, you could probably set it at maybe a 3 or a 4 if you want to increase your shots. Power setting 2, I did test the GTOs and the 15s on all the different settings, and the 15s seem to be continuously accurate from low to the highest power, though they were more accurate on about the medium power, I would say. Power setting 6 to 10, I got the best accuracy with a 15.89s. I also, since I was testing the power level, I wanted to test the slugs. I had already tested the slugs one time at the power setting 6. I turned it all the way up and I tested them at the highest power. They were okay, not too bad, and then I tested them on 10, and they actually did really well. One of the shots is a little low, but that's, I think, when it was settling in. The rest of the shots were, I'd say, about 3/4 of an inch to an inch. Not bad at all. So you want to shoot slugs in this, it's capable. Okay, so we're gonna go over accuracy before velocity, because my theory is, what's the point of having this super fast projectile if you can't hit what you're aiming at? So we're gonna go over accuracy, like I said, and I tested a bunch of pellets at 25 yards. Most of them shot beautifully. Moved it back to 45 yards, and they dwindled down. Now guys, not only did I do an accuracy test, now this is not a regulated PCP, and I should have said that in the beginning. This is not a regulated PCP, and so I like to see where you get the best accuracy with the gun from full to empty. Now, a little warning, I will tell you guys, I did not go all the way to empty with this one because I'd been shooting this one for 2 days and I shot it a lot. And one thing that I did find was, it's not so bad to cock, but pushing one pellet in, my thumb was quite sore. So after 75 shots from 3,000 PSI to only 2,000 PSI, I called it. I said, that's enough. I'm guessing you could probably get another 40, maybe 50 shots, dropping down to 1,000 PSI. I mean, that 75 shots just from 3,000 to 2,000, that's pretty amazing. And the accuracy from full to 2,000 is right here. This is 75 shots, guys. That's a 75 shot group. Not bad at all. 75 pellets. I'd say that's probably, and this is at 45 yards. So 75 pellets at 45 yards. These first few shots are from when I filled it all the way to 3,000 PSI. But it's settled, and guys, I'd say that's about a 2-inch group at 45 yards, 75 pellets. 75 pellets from a non-regulated gun. That's pretty sweet. Let's do some 10-shot groups. Do I think this is backyard friendly? Absolutely. I was getting about an 82 dB read on my decibel reader, so 82 is not loud at all. Definitely backyard friendly. Looks to me like it's settling into a sweet spot, so maybe we should discount the first few shots. I'll shoot one more. And call that a 10-shot group, but I think that its sweet spot is probably around 2,800 PSI. Don't fill it all the way to 3,000. Okay, so maybe 2,600. Well, 2,600, I guess, is the sweet spot. Okay, so let me see where we're at on air. I'm gonna leave it right there. And the next one down, I'm gonna do the field target trophies and see what we get with these. These ones seem a little snugger, a little bit of a tighter fit. See where we're at, a little under 25, which I think is fine to go ahead and do another group. We should still be right there at that sweet spot. So second group, H&N Sport target trophies. I'd say that's not bad groups at all. So guys, I do have the Crosmans that I'm going to check out too, but I am wondering if the 15 JSB will shoot better than the 18. So I am going to do a couple of groups with these instead, just to check it out, because they seem to shoot the field target trophies really well, and they're 14.66, so 14.66 grams. So I'm gonna check these out first before I go on to the Crosmans. All right, here we go. Whoa. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would say that is probably the best group yet. Let's shoot a second group. One more. 10. I'd say the 15s did a good bit better than the 18s, so those are going to be one of my top 3s for this one. Now let's move on to the Crosmans. Now to the Crosman Hollow Points. Man, I thought we were going to be all ones. Last one, and I probably shouldn't even shoot it, but whatever. Alright, so I'd say the best out of those are the JSB 15s, but I have one more. Okay, so the best ones were the JSB 15.89s. Surprise! Not really. JSB pellets are awesome. I picked the top 3. I know there's 4 on the table, but I picked the top 3. The 4th one is there because that one, those are lead-free pellets. Those ones I just chrony tested to see how fast, what the max velocity was that I could get out of the Talon. With the GTOs, on the lowest power setting with the GTOs, I got 732 feet per second. That's 13.8 foot-pounds. On the highest setting, I got 843 feet per second with 18.3 foot-pounds. So there's a little bit of difference, but on the medium-high setting, I got 819 feet per second. Now with the JSBs on low power, I got 654 feet per second and 14.6 foot-pounds of energy. On the highest setting, I got 771 feet per second with 20.2 foot-pounds of energy. It's a little over 100 feet per second faster on the highest setting. On the medium to high setting, I got 761, the medium setting 743. With this Nielsen Specialty Ammo on the highest power, I got 641 feet per second with 21 foot-pounds, and medium high I got 624. It's not really that big of a difference. Now the company also claims that you get less than a 2-inch group at 50 yards. So I know I'm at 45 yards. I'm going to take it back to 50 because I want to check them on that too. So I took the best pellet, which was the JSB 15.89s, back to 50 yards. I'm going to not count that last shot. And I got 1.49 inches at 50 yards. Now somebody else may be able to take it back to 50 yards and get an inch group. It really depends on the shooter. So I'm not claiming to be the best, most accurate shooter out there. I got 1.5 inches. Somebody else may be able to get an inch. Maybe somebody can take it back to 100 and get an inch. I don't know, but less than 2 inches at 50 yards for this little short thing, that's not bad at all. So let's go over some of the pros and the cons. Things that I like about the gun: I like that it's light, it's a comfortable shooter. I really like the aftermarket stock. You get a good grip on it, a good hold, which I find super important. I like the dovetail rail all the way down the barrel. That is super cool. The external power setting, the trigger and the safety. I'm not real fond of automatic safeties, but that's a con, so we'll wait to get to that in a minute. The trigger and the safety, they're not real hard. They're absolutely just perfect. I like the standard fill port. The swivel studs on this stock, great, great, great addition. I love the scope, but that's not the gun, that's the scope. I like the shot count. I mean, as many shots as you get with this is absolutely amazing. The accuracy, the ability to take it back to 50 yards and do some small game hunting. Now, let's move on to the cons. What I'm not real fond of about this gun is I don't care for automatic safeties because I believe it makes you kind of lazy. If you're dealing with youth and first-time shooters, I could see using an automatic safety. It'd help everybody, right? No accidental fires. But when you're an experienced shooter, an automatic safety, going from an automatic safety to a manual safety, it really makes for bad habits. So I prefer manual safeties and taking responsibility to engage the safety, disengage the safety. I really, really am not a fan of automatic safety. So that's one thing that I would change about it. Another thing that I might change about it, this is great for just sitting in the backyard, plinking. You're not going to take it out and be like, bam, bam, bam. You're going to be like, cock, load, close the breech, shoot. Hit, cock, load, close the breech, shoot. Oh, underneath it, right. Getting a little consistent there. There's no fast shooting here. There's no quick follow-up shot. So that's another thing that it's not great. I mean, for us that I like to hunt and I like to have available a really quick follow-up shot. Well, there you go, guys. So offhander. Oh yeah. And unless you're fast with your fingers, which I'm not claiming to be, I'm actually quite slow, I'm not going to get that quick follow-up shot. So This isn't one that you're going to go out and you're going to hurry up and do some shooting. You're actually going to, it's more relaxing. You just take it to the table, you load your pellet in. One thing that I will say about single shot air guns, there are a lot of people out there that claim that they're more accurate than the ones with magazines. They may be, I don't know. I haven't found that to be the case, but there are a lot of people that stand by it, so I'm not going to call them a liar. It may actually be true. Is there anything else that I'm not real fond of about the gun? Not that I can think of. Basically just the safety and the fact that it's a single shot. I like the forward bolt action. That's pretty cool. Everything else is super sweet. Really like the gun. Has a lot going for it. So if you find yourself being forced to take a look, the links to the products in this video are in the description, so be sure to stop by and click on them. They will take you directly to the product and its availability. That's pretty much it, guys. If you guys want more information on air gunning, whether you're a beginner or whether you're an expert, be sure to go by www.gatewaytoairguns.org, www.gatewaytoairguns.org. It is a platform for every type of air gunner there is, whether you're a hunter, whether you're a plinker, you like CO2, you like the big bore air guns, whatever you like, there's a gate. It's called Gateway to Air Guns. There are several different gates to all sorts of different types of air gunning, and I'm pretty sure there's one for you no matter who you are. So make sure you go by and check them out, www.gatewaytoairguns.org. If you like what we're doing at Gateway to Air Guns, guys, on the YouTube channel, Facebook, please be sure to show us by liking, subscribing, following, whatever it is that you would like to do so that we know we're doing something right. And don't forget to tell your friends, maybe the Airforce Talon is the right gun for you. Maybe it's not. The next one may be the ace in the hole. That's it for today, guys. I'm Airgun Angie with Gateway to Air Guns. Thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all don't just have a good day, have an awesome one. See ya.